Welcome to the Kane and Reloaded show. This your boy 305 Kane.
And it's your boy DJ Reloaded.
Today's topic, we're gonna talk about the young lady that was arrested, the 6-year-old that was arrested back in September. I'm gonna read a little bit of the story and then we're gonna get into the topic. Before we get into the topic, I need y'all to like, subscribe, share the video if you come across it. Let your people know if you love us, subscribe to us. If you like it, just hit that like button. That's all we ask from you. But I'm gonna read a little bit of the story. It says, a sobbing 6-year-old Florida girl begged Orlando cops to let her go as she was arrested at school for hitting 3 employees. Disturbing police body cam video shows. The footage was released by the family of Kaya. I think that's her name, Kaya. Kaya Roll late Monday shows the first grader breaking down as she was restrained with zip ties on September 19th. This happened back in September 19th, at Lucius and Emma Nix Academy Charter School. How you feel about that, DJ Reloaded?
Hey, home. What's her last name again?
Roll. Mmm. Mmm. Touchy, huh?
You know my last name. You know my last name was Roll, right?
Yeah, of course.
That hit home, man. Oh man, wow. To understand you had a 6-year-old child acting out. You don't handle a kid in that manner. And from what I have read, once he learned the age of this girl, he joked about that being a record for himself. This man have no regard for kids and their psyche and how he's damaging these kids. And I don't give a damn if he was in the army and he served this country. When you look at a 6-year-old child, and I'm pretty sure this, Mr. Turner have kids of his own, you have to see that in them kids as well. And for him to put her in the back of the car, arrest her, get her processed, and then later on that day was about to do another 6-year-old boy the same way until his superior officer called him and they fired him. I blame not only him, I blame the school, because from what I read as well, that's not what they wanted either. And if you can't handle a 6-year-old child as a principal, as a teacher, it ain't no way a 6-year-old child should have had the ability to get off and fire on 3 adults. There's no way.
Let me ask you a question. Where you assume the 6-year-old hit these 3 adults at?
Probably the leg.
Because I'm pretty sure she wasn't jumping up on tables and Superman punching nobody. So
I'm more passionate about this tonight, being that that's a role, and that just means that it's no mistaking it, right? That means that she has Bahamian in her. You don't have the last name Roll and not have Bahamian in you. That's and over in the Bahamas, there's a village, Rolly Island. I need to go visit. You don't have that last name by mistake, so it's a little bit more personal with me, man. It kind of hit home with me. But like I said again, I blame not only the officer, I blame the schools, the teachers, because if I'm hearing a baby cry, right, and begging to not get put into a back of a police car, that's not what we wanted. That's not what we intended to happen. You step in, you tell the police officer, I handle it, but by that time it's too late.
Right.
Because that man's mind was made up already to put her in handcuffs and put her in that police car. His mind was made. He wasn't turning back.
Right.
He's been a police officer for 23 years and have no compassion for people, have no compassion for a child.
But that's what I think this
Yeah.
highlights more than anything is the fact that this shows even more than what has already been shown. They don't even have compassion for your kids. Now, we can be frank. We can be frank. If that was a little white girl, she wouldn't have been in handcuffs or zip ties. She wouldn't have been in back of a car. Her parents would have been called to come and deal with this situation. They would have got the social workers and they would have did all of the process around that to make sure that child was okay. Like you said, look how that ruined that child's psyche.
I mean, what I want to do, I want to pause, right? Because I'm pretty sure somebody who come across this video probably didn't, hear the little girl plead, hear the little girl cry. I just want to play a snippet of him arresting this little girl and walking this girl to his car.
Answer. Come over here, honey. It's not gonna hurt. No, no, I don't want handcuffs on. No, don't put handcuffs on. Please, help me.
Handcuffs on the little girl.
Help me. Let's go.
Begging for help.
You can tell me what happened in the car, okay? I don't want to go in the police car. You don't want to? No, please. You have to. No, please.
I don't know, man. As an individual, man, it's hard to believe he had no passion.
It's hard to believe he thought about putting a 6-year-old in the car and take her to the police station.
That's
like, I don't get it.
And I mean, and it goes further up for me as well, because I look at the whole system as well, and the local mayors and governors and DAs as well, the laws that they got passed. Again, I truthfully believe that correcting a child behavior starts at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying spanking is always the best result to resolve issues with your kids, but if the state steps in and tell us how to parent our kids nowadays, I think that there should be programs as well.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of parents don't know how to handle their kids anymore because some parents want to maybe discipline their kids, and some parents still do. But for the ones that want to discipline their kids but don't want to get into any legal issues, there should be programs for parents, free programs. Since Uncle Sam wants to step into your household once your door closed.
Right.
I guarantee you, ain't no city have free programs, free.
Right. Free. For the
programs for parents that have kids that's acting out, to help out kids. Like we were talking off camera, when we was growing up, in Miami, I tell you right now, I know several friends that are mine that are of mine, and include myself, that the school system threw us away at a young age.
Right.
I was letting you know, like a lot of us who went to school in Miami, if you was, if you got in trouble a couple of times or fought, they threw you in EH.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, in EH classes, you ain't learning nothing but the same curriculum every year.
Mm-hmm.
In which it causes kids in our community to miss a lot of education. And so it's definitely the school system, it's definitely the government, and it's definitely parents as well, because I'm not gonna make any excuses for the parents, but you have to try to figure out why your kid is acting out.
Right.
It still break my heart to hear that little baby cry. Um, it killed me to hear her cry. Right, like I said again, and also because of the personal reason as well, being that that's a role, it got me hot. I'm heated.
I see. I see.
So I just think that my prayers go out to that family, even though I know this happened in September. I hope that this doesn't traumatize this little girl. Because every time she see a police car, she's gonna be fear that she's gonna have a fear that they're gonna take her away.
Right.
Um, I'm thinking more or less homeschooling.
Mm.
I think that we do. I mean, there was quotes, what I'm saying, that a lot of great black activists have said before. You send your child to school to learn from basically an enemy.
Mm.
How much they really got invested in your kids' education. I just told you what we was going through. Getting placed in EH classes. Hell, half the fights I never even started.
Right.
I finished them though, but I didn't start.
Yeah, I'm still finished.
But it was, oh well, you just a troublemaker. Nah, I mean it's not about who threw the first punch. It's just once people have a perception, which is a feeling, once people feel some type of way about you, they're gonna spread rumors about you, and you're done as a kid. Hell, you're done as an adult if that happens.
Right.
So I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
All right.
Um,
So wrapping up the show, let me hear your final conclusion. Like, what's your just bottom line, how you feel about this story?
I think that in Orlando, Florida, since there's no written law saying the age limit, there should be an age limit for a kid to be arrested in school, and that age limit should be at 12 years old.
I agree.
And if they can't, like I said again, the local government in Orlando need to get it together. This should have never happened, and this should and going forward, I hope it never happens again to nobody, child, white, black, Asian, etc.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Well, my whole thing is, why am I just not hearing about this story? Why ain't hear about this back in September? You know, I would like for these things to be brought to the front before you got to put video out, because all I had to know was, why is he arresting a 6-year-old little girl? Period. So, I would just like for us to put these stories out there earlier, not for us to just to talk about them, but for us to bring light to situations like this in that time, not February of the next year, back in September of last year. So that's all I feel about it. Of course, that whole situation, like, we all know, to be frank, that man had no heart for what he did to a child. I don't, like you say, black, white, I don't care what child it was. For you to do that to a 6-year-old, you don't have a heart. I could see if you set her in the back of the car. I wouldn't have put in handcuffs. Number one, that's when you had no heart. But I would have walked out to school, maybe sat in the back of the car till the parents came, talked to the parents, and released her to the parents. Just to give her that little bit of a fear factor. I wouldn't have mind that. But to take it and act like she was a real criminal, like she was going to harm him and he had to put her in restraints. Come on, man. Come on, man. That 6-year-old ain't even tall enough to hit you anywhere that it's going to hurt. And you can protect like, come on, man. A grown police officer can't protect himself from a 6-year-old. You need to put handcuffs on her. Like, I just feel that's crazy, man. I just feel like he was just crazy from the beginning. So, put light to these stories earlier so people can jump on things like this earlier. I could have been thinking about this way earlier about even my own kids. I got kids around the same age. Now I'm paying attention like, hey, y'all ain't finna be handcuffing my daughter and taking them up out of nobody's school.
Right.
Period. So
but that's what the school systems is doing now, anyways. I mean, like I heard that if kids fight nowadays in school, they get arrested
yeah,
and they gotta go to court. They got
different. That's older kids too. It won't be the younger kids. It's the older kids.
okay. Okay. I mean, like I said, I still don't think if you're a teenager, if you fight in school, even if you're defending yourself, you still have to go to court, and it still could potentially go on your record. And I don't think that's fair. You shouldn't start a kid off by placing a weight on them so they can have so other kids and other people can have an advantage over them in life.
Right, and it puts this negative stigma on them for the rest of their life too.
True.
So if you made it this far in the video, we need y'all to like and subscribe, because that means you love what we're doing. You was interested in the conversation, you enjoyed the conversation. So hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching this on Facebook, go and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. It ain't gonna hurt you none. It ain't gonna do nothing but help us grow and get us out there for more people to hear what we got to say.
Yes, sir.
So do that for us and give us that support. It's been your boy 305 Kane.
And it's your boy DJ Reloaded. Big ups to my rolls out there.
Yes, sir. Salute to y'all.